Shalawam Israel. I want to give all praise to yahawa, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, Rakakadash. Peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect of Israel, the 1/3 and the 144,000 of Israel. Double honor to the elder apostle, a great milestone, who brought us this truth and nothing but the truth. All right. Today I'm gonna tap in to the 1/3 of Israel and the 2/3 of Israel and 144,000. All right. Now, a lot of you wondering who is Yahawa, bahasham, yahawashi. All right. Yahawa is the King of Kings, who the world ignorantly calls God. All right. And yahawashi is the son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. So I'm gonna tap into that. All right. When you think of Jesus Christ, a lot of our people think of, a so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, a lot of our people are stuck and confused that they don't even know that our Lord and Savior is a black man. All right. And I'm gonna tap into that right now. This is Revelations chapter 1, verse 14 through 15. All right. All right. Revelation, all right, chapter 1, verse 14. And his head and hair were white like wool, as white as snow. All right. And his eyes is like a flame of fire, and his feet were like fine brass, if they had been refined in the furnace, which means burnt in the furnace. And his voice the sound of many waters. All right. That means he had a deep voice. All right. This is hair like wool. You know what I'm saying? All right. This is brass. You know what I'm saying? Brass is not white. You know what I'm saying? So hey, a lot of people, have a heavy stronghold on their mind that the Lord and Savior is a so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? But he's not. All right. The Lord and Savior is a black man named yahawashi from the tribe of Judah. All right. There is 12 tribes of Israel, and I'm gonna get into that too. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? We are the biblical people of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The 2/3 of our people is going to be destroyed because the average Jake, they don't want to tap into this truth. The average, you know what I'm saying? The average Israelite, they don't want to be in this truth. They want to live the world. You know what I'm saying? They want to live the life. You know what I'm saying? The American dream. All right. But I'm gonna tap into that also. All right. This is Galatians. Forgive me for that. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. All right. It's locking in. Get it out. All right, so this is Galatians chapter 15. Forgive me for that, y'all. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16 through 17 and 18. All right. All right. Locking. And Salakim means excuse me in Hebrew. That's our native tongue, Hebrew, all right? If some of you didn't know, chapter 5, verse 16. But then I say to you, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the lust of the flesh is against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. These are contrary to one another, so that you do not know the things that you wish. You do not do the things that you wish, all right? So some of you out there, like, man, I want to do right, but you continue to do wrong. Well, that's the battle between the spirit and the flesh, all right? The flesh will pass away, and the spirit will live forever, all right? It says, but if you are not led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. The law is the temptation, all right? You are not under the temptation of the flesh. Now the works of the flesh are evident, which are adultery. Adultery is, sex before marriage, having sex with other men's wives. All right. We all suffer adultery, you know what I'm saying? I still suffer adultery. All right. Adultery, masturbation, porn, lust, all these different things, twerking, all that. All right. These are adultery. Fornication, uncleanness, lewdness, idolatry. All right. That's a huge thing on some of our people. Idolizing. What is idolizing? Is worshiping figures, false gods, you know what I'm saying? People like, celebrities, people like, tend to tune into a lot of celebrities. That's idolizing. I suffer with that too, but as I walk into this truth, you know what I'm saying? As I try to turn my life around, I try to abide by these commandments. So I try to abide by these commandments and go against these, the lust of the flesh, all right? Sorcery, hatred, contentions, being jealous, all right? Selfishness, ambitions, all right? Envy, all right? Murder, drunkenness, all right? Drunkenness, I smoke weed, I have drunk liquor before, you know what I'm saying? But as I walk into this truth, these are things I try to cut off, all right? Not making it seem like I'm a perfect person, all right? So, because we all go through stuff, and as long as we're in this flesh, all right, we're not going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect as long as we're in this flesh. But we try to walk in the spirit and try to correct our wrongs and do right, and the Lord will have mercy upon us. Yahawashi Yahawa. All right? All right? He say, of which I tell you beforehand, just as I told you in the past time, those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of Yahawashi. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, all right? Gentleness, and self-control, all right? You got to try to control yourself because, hey, you got to abide by this truth, you know what I'm saying, with sincerity, you know what I'm saying? You got to abide by this truth. And joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, and against there is no such law, all right? So when you do that, as more as you do that, the less this temptation could come upon you and try to destroy you, all right? All right? So, hey, these are the two-thirds of Israel, they're not going to believe that Yahweh is going to come back. Some of them know Yahweh is going to come back, but hey, some of them don't care. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't. Some of them not going to try to turn to this truth. Some people going to laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to laugh, slander you. You know what I'm saying? Call you whatever. Hey, but guess what, though? I'm going to tap into that, too. All right? Might be a little bit later in the session. All right? This is this is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. All right? 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 17. All right. Now, both Yahawashi and his disciples were invited to the wedding, and they ran out of wine. And the mother of Yahawashi said to him, "They have no wine." All right. Shalawam. This is wrong. This is the wrong scripture, man. Excuse me. All right. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 17. When he had made a whip of cords, he drove them out of the temple with the sheep and oxen, and poured out the changes of money, and overturned the tables. And he said to those who sold doves, "Take these things away. Do not make my father's house a merchandise." All right. All right. And the disciples say, "Zeal up your house hath eaten me up." So the Jews answered and said to him, "What sign do you show us, since you do these things?" And Yahawashi said unto them, "Destroy this temple, in 3 days I'll raise it up." All right, but he wasn't, literally meaning the temple, because he is the temple. He meant they're going to destroy him. In 3 days he'll be risen again. All right. This is 3 John. This is the Shalawam. This is the 2 John chapter 3, verse 3. All right. Yahawashi answered to him and said, "Most assuredly I say to you, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High." Yahawashi Yahawashi. All right. All right, so that means, you know, if you so-called Israelites, you know, 2/3 of Israel, you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, if you don't tap into this truth and you don't try to be born again, you will not see the kingdom of Yahawa Shai. All right. Most assuredly I say to you, unless one is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of Yahawa Shai. That which is born of flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Okay, so you cannot. You got to try your best, you know, to not try to live in this fleshly form. You gotta fall. You can't fall for the temptations. All right. He said, "Do not marvel that I said to you, you must be born again. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but cannot tell where it comes from and where it goes. So everyone who is born of the Spirit." All right. And so what he's saying is, you know, hey, the wind must blow where it wishes. All right. So, you know, the people gonna do what they gonna do, but cannot tell where it comes from and where it goes. So everyone who was born of the Spirit. Nicodemus answered and said to him, "How can these things be?" Yahawashi answered to him and said, "Are you the teacher of Israel and don't know these things?" Yeah. Yeah. So I came about that. Excuse me about that. All right, back into it. This is the book of This is the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs. All right. Chapter 1, verse 7. All right. Proverbs. Chapter 1, verse 7. All right, so I came by that. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. All right. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but few will despise wisdom and instruction. All right. So that's what he's saying, you know. Only a fool would despise, you know, constructive criticism. Man, I ain't going for that. We gotta, you know, we can't do these things, man. You can't have sex before marriage. You can't, you know, you can't drink no more. Yeah, that's what it's saying, and I understand that some of our people will take this much of a shock because your whole life you've been lied to. You know what I'm saying? Everything that the Most High say doesn't do, hey, you know, this nation that you're in goes against it. You know, we in the nation of Esau, all right, the so-called white man, the Edomites, all right, you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you are Israelite, the seed of Jacob, and the house of Jacob is the black. You know what I'm saying? This for us, the tribe of Judah. He say, "My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not forsake the law of your mother, for they will be graceful ornament of your head and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, 'Come with us, let us lie, wait to shed blood, and let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause, let us swallow them alive like Sheol and whole, like those who go down to the pit, we shall find all kinds of precious possession, we shall fill our house with spoil.'" What it's saying is, if you know, if you can the peer pressure, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to walk in the truth, you know what I'm saying, and you steady getting peer pressure by your peers, all right, excuse me, all right, don't fall for it, all right, don't fall for the truth. All right, this is 2 Proverbs chapter 1. "My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding, therefore you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding." All right, then you will understand the fear of the Lord, Yahawashi Shai, and find knowledge of God. All right, so this knowledge is a treasure. All right, everyone can't have this knowledge. All right, because it's said in the scriptures. All right, 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of the Lord's own people will be destroyed. All right, this goes for you, black, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you gonna buck up against this truth. All right. And the Lord gonna destroy you. The Lord got something planned for you, man. You know, I wasn't always a spiritual guy, but hey, you know, we in the last days, man. The Lord opened my eyes and showed me these things, man. You know, scriptures say, you know, a lot are called, but few are chosen. You know, so hey, you know, it's my job to say, man, I gotta let this thing go. All right, so the Lord have great plans for the nation of Israel and the tribe of Judah and the tribes of Israel, all right? Especially the seed of Jacob, because we went through a lot. The seed of Jacob is the tribe of Judah, all right? The so-called blacks, Negroes, all right? And we not African Americans, man. It said in the scriptures that we are the people of the Bible, all right? We're not African Americans. Them Africans still in Africa, all right? So they ain't going through shit. Why? Because they're not the chosen people. We are, all right? The Lord says, as this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. All right, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will still choose Israel, and settle them in their own land. The nations shall be joined with them, and they will cling to the house of Jacob, which means they will be enticed to they'll be brought with the house of Jacob. All right, and they will cling to the house of Jacob. Then the nations will take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel will possess them for servants and handmaids in the land of the Lord, and they will take them captives, who captives they were, and rule over their oppressors. All right, so who took us captive? The so-called white man, the Edomites. And they took us captive because, when Moses led us out of Egypt, when the Lord led us out of Egypt through Moses, all right, he made them commandments, and we broke them commandments. So the Lord let other nations rule over us. All right. It shall come to pass in the day the Lord gives you rest from your sorrow and from your fear and the hard bondage in which you were made to serve, that you will take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how the oppressors have seized the golden city seized. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers. He who struck the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He who ruled the nations in anger and persecuted, and no one hinders. The whole earth is at rest and quiet. They broke forth into singing. Indeed, the cypress trees rejoice over you, and the cedar of Lebanon, saying, since you were cut down, no woodsman has come up against us. All right. So what he's saying is he's talking about the Edomites. All right. He said, he who struck the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Who struck us in the continual wrath? The white man. He whooped our ass, hang our people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so the Lord gonna let us rule over them. What goes around comes around. And they say the earth will be at peace when the Israelites rise again. We got niggas. You got cops killing us. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting thrown in jail. All right, so the world is not at peace right now. Why? Because the Israelites have not woken up yet. Truly, we only need to wake up 1/3 of Israel and 144,000. So that's how graceful the Lord is, man. Because only a number amount of people, all right, is gonna be saved. Some of you niggas gonna die on this side. They're gonna be killed by nuclear destruction. All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19. Chapter 19, verse 24. All right. Chapter 19, verse 24. All right. The Lord say, but surely I say to you. Okay, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause for a second. All right, because some of you going to be like, man, I want to be a rapper. I want to be, even me myself said I wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? But as I progressed and got more knowledge, it's nothing for me to rap for. It's nothing for me to, saying I want to be a millionaire, want to have all the girls. And I know the luxury look nice, but this is what the Lord had to say about it. All right. Surely I say to you, it is hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of yahawashi. And again, I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of yahawashi. And if you guys want to tap into that truth, all right. Here it say, oh, you can't see it right now. So I can, but that's what it say though, all right? I'm going to read it again. Surely I say to you, it is hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So how big is a damn needle, all right? And how big is a fucking camel, all right? A camel, so locking for cussing, all right? But hey, the eye of a needle is smaller than this, all right? The little threads you put, you know what I'm saying? Hey, a camel is about the size of, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bigger, 3 times bigger than you. All right, so it's easier for that camel to go through that needle than for you rich men to go through the kingdom of heaven. All right, and it's like I say, this is how the enemy tricks you. All right, he wants you to think that it's okay, You know what I'm saying? To be rich at 15, 16 years old, he boosts your mind up so high. He set the bar high. All right, to destroy you niggas, man. Cause you know ain't nothing good coming out this kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Look around you. Open your eyes and look around you. You're surrounded by faggots, whores. All right. Know a lot of bullshit, man. You know, transgenders, niggas, fucking animals, all type of sick shit, man. America gonna be destroyed. It's in the scriptures. I don't got the scripture right now, but that's gonna be a next video, all right? America will be destroyed in an hour. The Lord it's gonna be easy work for the Lord, all right? This is the book of Luke. This is the book of Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 23 through 5. All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 23 and 5 through 25. You hear me? All right. This for you out there, all right, who watching this video and who laughing at me and who laughing at the other prophets and the brethren speaking the truth, all right? All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 23, all right? He say, blessed are you poor, for your reward is in the kingdom of yahawashi. Blessed are you who are hungry now, for you shall be filled. Blessed are you who cry now, for you shall laugh. Blessed are you men, blessed are you when men hate you, and when they exclude you and revile you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of the Man's sake. All right. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for indeed your reward is great in heaven. All right. For in the manner like their fathers did to the prophets. All right. So this is all just a domino effect, man. Karma, you know, reincarnation. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's gonna be the same thing. The same way you curse the prophets and you know what I'm saying. You killed the prophets. And back in the day, it's gonna be the same thing. All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 24. All right. Curses upon you who are rich, for you have received your reward, your consolation. All right. And curses to you who are full, for you shall hunger. And curses to you that laugh now, for you shall weep and mourn. And woe to you when all men speak well of you, for so did their fathers speak of the false prophets. All right. So it's not, you know, it's not gonna be, you know, it's not a walk in the park, man. It's not gonna be you know, it's not gonna be a walk in the park. It's not gonna be easy to follow this truth. But that's all the will of the Lord, man. Because he's seeing who's you know, who's saying he's going to stay strong in this time, you know. The Lord gave his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers, all right? But I say to you who hear, love your enemies and do good to those who hate you, all right? Bless those who curse you and pray for those who spitefully use you. To him who strikes you on the one cheek, offer the other also. And from one who takes away your clothes, do not withhold your tunic either. Give to everyone who asks of you. And from him who takes away your goods, do not ask them back, all right? And just as you want men to do you, you do also to them likewise. But if you love those who love you, right credit is that for you. For even sinners love those who love them. All right. So for those people who hate you out there, you know, people gonna hate you, people gonna slander you. Give love. And yes, it's a hard thing because I still struggle with that today. I struggle with a little bit of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of everything here and there. All right. But hey, what am I to do? I am to pray and ask the Lord to soften my heart and open my mind. All right. Now I'm trying to tap into the book of Titus. All right. This is Titus chapter 2. This is Titus chapter 2. All right. This is Titus chapter 2. All right. 16. This is Titus chapter 2, verse 20. Shalawam. This is Titus chapter 2, verse 12. All right. This is Titus chapter 2, verse 12. Titus chapter 2, verse 12. All right. Verse 12. All right. Teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly. All right, that's the key word. teaching us that denying ungodliness and teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in the present age. All right, so that's what it's saying. That's going back to that drinking, smoking, all that crazy nonsense, man. Like I said, have I took part of that? Yes, I have done some things that I am ashamed of in my life. But what am I to do? I'm to remove myself away from sin and ask the Lord for forgiveness and mercy. All right, because it's the grace period is beginning to be over with, man. Because we coming into these last days. I ain't gonna go over it right now, but that's another video for another day. Jacob's trouble is coming. What's Jacob's trouble? It's gonna be race wars. It's gonna be race wars. It's gonna be it's gonna be all types of havoc on the planet Earth, man. All right, but what are you to do? You are to stay locked into your power source, man. Who are your power source? Yahawa, yahawashi. I'm gonna close out with this one. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 15. All right. Psalms chapter 50, verse 15. All right. Call upon me in the day of your trouble, and I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me. All right. So when your enemy come in as a flood, who is your enemy? Esau. All right. I'm not talking about the average white guy, but I'm talking about the white guy you don't see. Them crackers, man, the police, them wicked ass people, man. All right. When your enemy comes in as a flood, all right. I'm not going over the scripture right now, but he said when your enemy comes in as a flood, all right, I will lift up a standard to rise against thee. All right. So the Lord, it's gonna be some stuff in the last days, man. He said, call upon me in the day of your trouble, I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me, man. All right. So all right. So what are you to do, man? You are to give praise to Yahawashi. Like I say, some of our people are not gonna believe, man. They're not gonna believe that I'm talking out the book. I hear everybody say they believe in God. Salakim. Alright, I hear everyone saying that they believe in God, but when I get back to these, when I read back to these scriptures, I'm such a liar now. I'm crazy. I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not weird and I'm not crazy. And it's cool. All right. Hey. You can you laugh at me now. All right, but you're gonna weep. You're gonna wish that you have listened. All right, when these last days come, man. All right, so with that, I want to give all praise to Yahawa, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, rakakadash. All right, peace and blessing be to the hopeful elect of Israel, the 1/3 of Israel. All right, another thing for you people out there that's watching this video, that's gonna watch this video. All right, you're not supposed to pray for them 2/3, man. The Lord says, let those who do evil, and let those who want to do righteous. All right, because hey, for you to feel like, man, God ain't gonna come tomorrow and He ain't gonna come the next day. All right, God got something planned for you people, man. Guess what? Guess what you got planned? He said He's gonna come as a thief in the night. All right, it's the scriptures say. All right, if you were prepared, if you prepared yourself, if you felt like the thief was gonna break into your house, you would have stayed up. All right, that goes back into it again. He's gonna come like a thief in the night when you're not expecting it. He will come to a day. He gonna come in a day. You partying, lollygagging, all this shit. That's why it's good to stay in these scriptures every day, man. Even my friends, you know what I'm saying. I try to tell them every day. I try to tell some of my friends that I'm cool with, I hang with. You know what I'm saying. Hey, bro, you gotta tap into these scriptures. You gotta tap into these scriptures, man. You gotta tap into these scriptures. I constantly put it in their ear because hey, I know it's coming, man. All right, and for you who deny this truth, man, you gonna wish you listen, man. So it's good for you to all right, it's good for you to go out, you know what I'm saying, and try to tap into this truth. I'm gonna close out with this. I know I said I was gonna close out, but I'm gonna close out with this. All right, this is John chapter 14, verse 9. And Yahawashi said to them, "Have I been with you so long, and yet you have not known me, Philip? He who has seen my Father, so how can you say, show us the Father? Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father in me? The words that I speak to you, I do not speak of my own authority, but the Father who does the work in me does the works." All right. So what the Lord is saying, man, it's not me, my own personal prophecy that I feel like America is going to be destroyed. It's not my own personal prophecy that I believe 2/3 of God's own people You know, are going to be destroyed, man. It's the will of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. And all he did was just put this knowledge into me, use me as a vessel to get through you. Alright? Yeah, you, whoever watching this video, man, it's a reason you're watching this video. You ain't just click on it by coincidence, alright? Either you know what I'm saying? So hey man, tap into this truth. And with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakar, peace and blessing be to the hopeful elect of Israel, you know, and peace and blessing be to the 1/3 of Israel, man. You 2/3, man. So be it. All right. To the next lesson. Shalawam.